All right, and we're back. We just got done recording, and the games are too interesting to just kind of walk away from. So we're gonna kind of just live react to it. Let's see. We have the Guardians and the Rangers are 5-3 in the seventh,
Top of the
and
seventh.
we
Yeah.
see the Tigers up on the score here. It's 3-4 at the bottom of the seventh. Tigers have been threatening pretty much all game. I don't know. Haven't been
Tigers
watching.
threaten but do not score.
So
Classic. Say
right
the
now,
line, Bart.
right now, Texas is at bat in a Cleveland game, so we'll swap over. They actually have this timed out pretty nicely, it looks like. Oh, nope, I like because Boston's hitting too. So anyway, we'll see. All this really matters is who's playing at home, I guess, for the most part, but
Yeah.
who really
There
knows?
is still the world where both teams win and then Tigers play the Yankees. Because at this point, it's probably going to be the Yankees. Toronto's up like 8-4.
I would almost prefer to play the Yankees at this point. Like, I
I
just would not be. I understand the Twins have their own,
I
like, ridiculous struggles against them, but
I would
I
also
just
prefer to
realized
play the Yankees.
I wanted to ask this on the show and I forgot about it, but I was going to ask that question. And I'd rather play Detroit than Boston if I'm the
Mm.
Guardians. So
I
had a
honestly
better
don't know
year.
much about Boston, so I couldn't even.
Had a
After they traded
They are
Devers, which is
they've
the
been
story
really
in
up and
itself.
down lately. They lost I think it was Roman Anthony they lost a few weeks ago. So their offense has been kind of really I know their fans don't really feel great. That's what I know.
The
Yeah,
Guardians
so
did score 7 on Garrett Crochet, but
that's true.
we
But they
had
have
much
seen a
better
bunch of.
success against we've had much better success against Detroit than we have against Boston. So I'd rather see Boston or I'd rather see Detroit. Although you face Scooble enough times, eventually he's going to dominate.
Right.
Although I asked about this when we were on the other day, his mental state. We don't know where exactly he hasn't thrown a pitch since that
No,
sixth
he
inning.
hasn't. I'm I'm optimistic he'll be fine. It's just you won't know for sure, right?
Yeah,
It's so
not
we'll
going to
have to
know
see.
until it actually happens.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, so what's it called? Like it seems like he's fine, but I mean, you know, who knows? I basically just said the same thing uh, over and over again.
This
But
is
I
really
think like
bad. Did the Guardians, assuming he's healthy enough to be out and about, did the Guardians find David Fry a seat along the first base line for
And play it up.
the Scoople start in his field of vision, or maybe behind home plate?
See, I would have thought the other way too. Like, I was thinking that as a fan, like, get a bunch of Stephen Fry mass and then just like pretend to
David Fry.
bunt behind home plate. Just like that would be kind of funny. Maybe that's in poor taste, but I would find it
Yeah, he's
funny.
him and Vote are joking about it. I don't know.
Right. I could see how something that like something that small. It's like what was it when the oh, what do they do for free throws? Oh, where like they started counting during who's
For
someone's
Giannis,
for Giannis's
yeah,
free throws.
he takes so long to shoot his free throws, and that's the actual the 10-second violation. But the crowd started 1, 2, 3. That's good stuff. I like that. Did not work. Giannis actually shot better, I think, when that was going on.
I mean, it seems like in basketball, it's much easier to like use that adrenaline for good. Where like baseball, that doesn't always work for you.
it
I
works sometimes
entirely
works
agree.
against you, especially because you have to be so
Yep,
patient. Yeah, man, I
absolutely.
don't want to play Cleveland again. I know I've said this a whole bunch. You don't understand. Maybe you do because I complained about it enough. But by God,
I would prefer there to be a week. A week. I would rather have be a playoff round before we see these two again.
Nope.
But it's still fun as an outside
So,
viewer.
there's a situation here where, it doesn't really matter. But the point I'm going to convey is Detroit wins those 2 games in a series against Cleveland. And despite the fact that Cleveland won like 5 out of the 9 in total, or 5 out of the 8 in total,
Yep.
Detroit ends up advancing. And that's how it is. I'm
That
not
would be nice.
making a value out of that. But
That was when I was looking up that earlier for the show that I knew the head-to-head matchups don't really matter in the playoffs, but it's still fun looking up. It's good to see like who's
absolutely.
been the pain in the butt this year and who's like laid out. I would not have called the Guardians having a better offense against the Tigers this year. I guess I should have because they have a better record
they
against
literally
them.
scored more runs against them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's the worst types of hits you'll ever see in the world.
But the thing about that was it wasn't so much that the Guardians' offense was good. It was that Detroit's OPS was in the 500.
Was it 585?
We can't hit anyone
Yeah.
in a Guardians uniform. It's insane. Unless we're hitting them in the face, apparently.
I was about to say unless
Yeah.
unless they're in the batter's box.
Sorry. I saw the opportunity, had to take it. No, we cannot hit Guardians pitchers.
Do you feel a little bit better though? There's been a couple wins. Like this
I
isn't
feel
the
a
depths of
little
despair
bit-
it was a few days ago.
I feel a little bit better. I'm not like completely in despair as I was a few days ago, but
Yeah.
I'm not particularly optimistic that we're gonna win this series. Because I don't see it happening, which sucks. Because then Guardians fans are gonna be insufferable on Twitter all off season.
Are we that insufferable of a group?
Can be.
Maybe I think I might just
Yeah,
see all the
That was
insufferable
a genuine question.
It's
I
it's
don't
the
know.
minority that really like it's those who come
It's-
into the Reddits and the Bleacher Report
And
forum.
the
It's
Twitter,
those
Barstool, and
the
That's
10%
any
of
fan
them.
base though.
I'm not
Right,
going
yeah.
to call out the specific guy, but there was
Do it. I don't care.
Why not?
it was Ohio State. It was a Barstool Ohio guy. Ohio State.
Ohio State's a whole other thing. They are insufferable.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah, he's
John Kenzie Noel with a home run.
oh,
That hasn't
sorry.
happened on the Newscast yet. It's okay.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Okay.
Do I gotta play
I
this
appreciate
game?
the
It might
heads
be,
up. I don't
it might
have
be
it on.
Frozen actually. There was but that guy, his Twitter handle is Ohio State. He's like Ohio, yeah, he's the Barstool guy for Ohio fandom. He
The first
last
mistake was
season.
watching Barstool or listening to
I
Barstool.
don't watch Barstool, but I just kept seeing a bunch of his tweets.
I'm glad we all
He
agree with
is
that. I didn't know that
dis-
before.
Legitimately awful. There was one comment. I can't get this out of my head because it was just he said, "Oh, the Spinal Rivalry, it's really cool to see Detroit showing up to the playoff games. I guess because everyone in Detroit is unemployed, so they can come to a 3 p.m. game."
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I made a joke last week about Detroit people reading at a like third grade level or whatever. So I'm sorry, but I just did that for funny. Like it wasn't
It's-
serious.
It's
I'm
the
playing on
easy
the
joke.
stereotype
It's
that
the
exists.
easy bit. Like, Detroit is an easy target. I've kind of talked about
As-
this a bit.
And Cleveland's the same thing. That's why I did it. Is because I think it's ridiculous and stupid. Like more than
But
anything.
Detroit is a very easy target. Like, we don't have a lot to talk back on,
one of the
The city's
richest
been a
cities
mess
in the
for decades.
history of the world at one point.
The sports teams have been awful for the past decade. I mean, the city it's on the up and up, but there were a lot of
Okay.
problems. It's a very easy target. And I'm very defensive about it, which maybe I shouldn't be because I'm not even from Detroit. I'm just from the metro area, but it's just so it really pisses me off. Like, maybe it shouldn't, but
Same here. If I ever go
Yeah.
too far with something like that, just tell me. But no, it's coming from a place where I think it's ridiculous and absurd.
See, it's cool
I've
because
talked about
we're-
it before.
it's cool because we're friends, right? Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just, stuff like that.
Like I've said before, I think the Rust Belt is very kind of beat up on in ways it shouldn't be. And needs
Yeah,
to
like,
stick
I-
together.
I complain and I hate on the Guardians bunting and the bloop signals and stuff like that, and because it's legitimately annoying to play against, but I very much respect it because it's a very good way to play baseball. But when I see Red Sox or Yankees fans hate on it, I'm like, hey, you stop that. Only we're allowed to.
Right.
It's like only we're allowed
get me
to pick on our
started.
siblings thing.
On the Red
Same
Sox
though.
and the Yankees fans hating on that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
It's-
bro. Like, yeah, you might need to catch a baseball every once in a while. This isn't just a home run hitting contest.
Yeah, that pisses
That's
me
what-
off when they do that. I'm like, only we're allowed to do that. Stop it. Get out of here.
And that's why, I kind of ripped on Glaber in our most recent episode here. But, he's the mascot of what that He was.
Hey,
I
he's been a
stand by what I
lot better
said.
this year. He
He was a
made
good offensive addition. I'm not saying he wasn't a bad. It was a bad addition. I'm saying
Yeah.
he's not a good clubhouse veteran. Like that's all I'm trying to say.
No, yeah. He made a really good play against the Guardians in
He
the
made a
third game.
he made a bare hand play. That was a very nice play. That was
Yeah,
that was legitimately really good.
his defense is still bottom tier, but it's a lot better than it was last year. So, yeah. I'm jumping between tangents. I thought of this. I almost put it in the Discord, but I wanted to bring it up, and I'm so mad I didn't bring it up in the episode. Okay, imagine a world where we still had to play game 163 to determine the division, and then the winner just gets home field advantage for the series.
For the wild card.
It's basically a
That's why
4-game wild card series.
I imagine that's why they did away with that. Is because it just
Just
not
make it a
gonna
That would
three-game
have been,
series.
yeah.
yeah, just imagine.
Like I
That
said,
would have been really fun.
I think I said that on one of our episodes earlier. I prefer this format to the 5-team format.
Yeah.
I'd rather
I do like the
we'll
game
never go
163 though.
we'll never go back to 4 teams in the playoffs, but that to me was the best way to do it. But it'll never happen just because of money. So it is what
The
it is.
Guardians are gonna freaking do it again, aren't they? 'Cause
God.
God
I
dang it.
haven't. Oh, look who's coming up to hit.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez at the plate, 1 out, 2 on, and Milner just gave up a walk to Martinez. Oh, here comes Bochy.
Well,
How do you feel? How do you feel if you're Bruce Bochy at this point? Like, this is probably his last game he's managing.
Is it?
I would think. I mean, he doesn't have. There's been talk that he's going to go back into retirement.
It was
Damn it.
weird that he came out of retirement to. I mean, then
It
won a
was.
World Series, but like it clearly paid out for him. But yeah, it is weird that he came back to begin with.
Texas is such a weird. Like, they were great 2 years ago, and they've underwhelmed ever since. Like, with the same roster basically.
Yeah,
And even the
Yeah.
even the World Series year, they were the 5 seed, so it wasn't like they were.
yeah. Well,
World
they
Series.
had. I think they had just a brutal September. They might have even been under 500, like either in August or
don't-
September that year. Then just got hot in October.
I think I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
It was really cool how the World Series was between a 5 seed and a 6 seed. I like that. That
I
was
didn't-
fun.
I didn't like it.
Really?
That just goes into my whole like. Now I am in the vast minority. This will never happen. It probably shouldn't happen. But just like I said, I like 4 playoff teams. Like, I'd be okay with 2 playoff teams. That's extreme, but like, we play all these games for a reason. Like, we play 162, and then we're going to let 6 teams in the playoffs. Obviously, it's working in my favor this year. It is what it is.
Right.
We all play by the same rules. But to me, like, I don't want to see a 5 and a 6. I know those aren't the best teams in the sport. Why are we doing this? Like, it's fun. I don't. I'm being a curmudgeon on that. I recognize that.
I like having more teams in the playoffs because I think it's. Yeah.
Well, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Sam made a great point that like teams should not be in the playoffs for 30 years, and like that was the byproduct of the older playoff. Like, that was actually a very. I like that point.
Yeah.
Even with my dance.
Because I mean, I think it's just more fun. Like, look at the 6 seed last year. Like, Tigers took the Guardians to 5 games. Mets made it to the
Beat the
championship
Astros.
series. We beat the
was the
Astros.
first-
We swept
Started
the
the Astros' demise.
I mean, that's awesome. Like, it's just even disconnected because I bias because it's my team, but like, even disconnected from that, it's just cool. Like, a 6 seed comes out of nowhere, beats the team that everyone has like, oh, of course they're gonna win. It's the Astros, and you do not. That series gave me so much joy.
People want it both ways. It's like March Madness, where people want to see the 15 seed beat the 2 seed, but they also want to see Duke and North Carolina
Right.
and whoever else, Syracuse or whoever. Like, they want to see the Blue Bloods once it gets to the Final Four. Like, I feel like people kind of want it both ways, and that's fine. You're allowed to feel that way. I'm not saying, Lee, you feel that way necessarily, but I just think in general, people want the cool upsets, but they also want to see like the headliner teams at the end. Yankees Dodgers last year, for example.
Yeah, I get it, but I also hate that series was like the most successful World Series since 2016 because it just reinforces everything. I'm like, God damn it,
Wasn't
you know?
that good of a series.
Right? It was kind of boring after the
It had
first
some
game.
moments, like Freeman hitting the home run. Like that was really
Yeah,
cool.
that was really
Like,
cool. I'm like, God damn it,
Yeah.
this is cool. I want to hate it, but fuck.
Yeah,
It was
I
just
don't have the
legitimately.
anti-Dodgers thing. Like, I get why people do, but they don't have particularly unlikable people on that team,
No, they don't.
and
Maybe this
they are
is
really good at a bunch of stuff.
petty of me, but okay, you get my fandom history. Like I said, the Tigers don't make the playoffs that often. The Lions, right? I mean, I've never really been into hockey. I'm getting into hockey and basketball this season, but like my teams haven't had a lot of success. I don't like it when other teams have a lot of success. Maybe
Sure.
that's petty and kind of mean of me,
Well,
but I'm like,
Well, I mean,
if
that's.
my team is going to be miserable, I want everyone else to also be miserable.
I mean, yes, but like everyone talks about with like rose-colored glasses that the Bulls in the '90s were like this mega, like and then like you have the Patriots throughout the 2000s. They don't like them. A lot of people, like a majority of the country, do not like those individual teams in the moment because like when's it our turn type mentality. It's
Yeah, the
after
Chiefs
that.
are the new
Yes.
ones to hate on. Again, I don't hate the Chiefs. I don't like that they get the ref calls a whole bunch because the Lions are the opposite of that. But I also don't like that they win too much. So, I don't have anything against them.
Ramirez got out, but 2-0
Yep.
to Valera here.
Yep,
Oh,
I'll
boy.
say it. Which Savant, like I love Savant, especially like this new thing they just came out with. But there are times where it just like skips a batter or like skips a half inning.
Yeah, it is lag sometimes a lot.
Ooh, that was a hittable pitch.
George, yeah, that looked like a hittable pitch, George.
That was
I don't know
right
what happened
there.
there.
I'm also trying to keep tab on the. Also, the Royals are going to have a winning season. They're up 9-2 against the A's.
Nice.
No, seriously.
Yeah, that's good.
And I don't know what the Twins are going to do. Simeon Woods Richardson had two really nice starts against his last two starts. I think it was against the Yankees, and he had like one run game or one run in 5 innings, and he did the same thing to the Phillies today.
White Sox were
Something to
up
build on.
8-0 in the top of the ninth here.
They're going to be a 70-win team, or sorry, they're going to be a
Valera strikes
60-win
out.
team.
Oh, you might want to switch over to the Tigers game
Yep.
soon because it's going to go to the top of the
Yep.
ninth. And that'll
Yep,
be
that's actually what I was doing.
last chance. I don't know who's up to bat. I know it's still second at bat for Boston, but I don't know who's.
This means nothing to nobody, but this is probably the last day my MLB.TV subscription will be relevant.
Oh, that's right.
That's true. Yeah,
RIP.
it was a good year.
It was a
Yeah.
great year. It's a shame it's going to move to ESPN.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
looking
more
forward
open
to
to
what.
that. I
know,
might
I'm-
end up hating that a lot, but I feel like I'm going to be more open to that.
I'm not looking forward to what I'm going to have to pay for it.
I'm hoping it'll be okay.
You won't have to pay for it.
Because I like watching other games outside of the Tigers.
You should still be able to, because MLB still owns the right. They're just allowing it to be streamed on ESPN.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna.
That
Yeah,
will
I
be
wonder
interesting.
if it'll-
There's now a blackout with MLB, with the MLB.TV app, versus if they just let those 5 teams play on ESPN and nothing else. Also, there's
Yeah,
a
I don't know
6
if there'll be
that might jump to it.
services
The Mariners are now going to have MLB do their broadcast.
I don't know why, but
Be interesting to see how
this
that
thing
shakes
is
out.
behind. This thing is behind by an inning. I don't know.
Oh, let me refresh here.
It
I have
should
multiple
be-
tabs open, so it could
No,
also
sir.
be that.
It should be bottom of the 8th or top of the 9th.
Top
now.
ninth,
Okay. Yep.
Ooh,
Wait.
terrible curveball.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna lose this game. Congrats on the division.
Well, still have another batter.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Weissert, though.
I know nothing about him too, either. So.
Oh, got a guy on.
Oh, look at that. Who's up to bat next? Ibanez. Okay.
Do we know if what hand Weissert throws with?
Oh, right.
We at least know that. Okay.
Yeah, you get this little. You can see there's a little R on his profile thing. This picture.
Oh, it's so tiny on my screen.
It is very tiny. Yeah.
Yeah, good
get
luck
it now.
seeing it. But
I went full screen now, so that won't be a problem moving forward.
All right, come on, Andy. I know you can
Righty
only
on
hit
righty?
against.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know you can only hit lefties, but
it only takes
Not
one.
today.
There's a short porch and left.
yeah. Javi hit his over the big green mountain, big green wall. So
We, not to change the subject, but we let off with this in the show. Like, we did it, guys. Like, we went through a season and did the show
it.
every
Yeah.
week. Like, that's
Good
an
on us,
accomplishment.
honestly.
Like, seriously, like, that takes us all having the diligence to do that.
Right.
There's like 4 people who have been watching this, but shout out to those 4 people.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you've ever tuned in, but I keep meaning to shout it out. My friend Marco watches this every week while he's like he's the operations manager of a restaurant his family owns. And like
Oh, cool.
he'll be like cleaning the bar and stuff in the morning and put us on. So
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I keep meaning to
don't know
shout
if
him out at the end of a
I
show.
don't. My aunt might listen to us. I told her about this like way back when we first started, and she's like, "Oh, that sounds cool. I'll write it down. I need something to listen
Oh,
to
no.
on my morning walks." And I'm like, "You don't have to, you know." But I don't. So I don't know if she does. So she might.
My experience having done the writing thing and told people about it is people like think it's a really cool idea and fun, and they'll check it out when you first start, and then it just kind of tapers off.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it is part of the deal.
Yeah.
I don't tell anyone outside of this household. And if I had my option, I probably wouldn't even say it then. I don't know.
Yeah,
I also
only-
just get weird talking about myself too. I'd rather talk about
Yeah.
the thing.
Right. I
don't
told
tell
one of my
everybody.
friends who she's not into baseball at all, so I felt good telling her about it because I didn't want to tell my other friends especially because I got a few friends who are like really into baseball as well. I didn't want to tell them and then them have opinions on my opinions, and I didn't want to,
Right. Well,
Ooh, there we go.
I was
Look
about
at
to say
that.
it was an infield single. That thing I don't think could have been more than 60 miles an hour off the bat.
How could you
It's like
tell? Wait, did it show on the? I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the ball strike box thing.
I was looking at the actual game. It
Oh,
will
I
do a
don't have it
replay
up.
of it on, like a version of the replay on it sometimes. But yeah, it was. I mean, not even a chopper. It got hit straight into the ground and just like did like 6 hops to the shortstop.
God, are we really keeping Jake in there? Can we not put in
I was-
Ding?
I was just thinking the same thing. How committed is Hinch to like, we're playing these 9 guys. I'm not deviating. Like, this is what we're
Come
doing.
on, how
And-
hungover is Dylan? He can go in for one at bat, right? Come on.
I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be him, but he needs to be able to. It's not just that he has to go in for an at bat, though, Lee. He has to be able to put the gear on and go catch half an inning after this.
Yeah, that was a interesting called strike. I guess we're sticking with Raj. Just don't ground into a double play, please. Hit a little single. He can do it.
This is where the strikeout is more important than contact if it's going to be an out.
Yeah.
Oh, that should have been crushed.
That didn't get hit.
Oh, that.
He's not a good hitter.
Did he offer at it, Eric?
Yeah, he did. He swung
Okay.
pretty hard at it.
Ooh.
That was a home run cut.
You can see on the thing
Yeah.
it's marked like called or swinging or foul.
Yeah, I'm not very good at reading the newscast so far. My bad.
Oh yeah. I feel like the clip of us discovering this should be goddamn advertising because we look like we just discovered fire for the first time.
I'm like, if we weren't the first people to discover it, we had to have been within the first couple dozen because when we started that show, it wasn't there. And then I refreshed the page and was like, what the frick is VizCat? Oh my God.
Are you sure it really wasn't there?
It wasn't there at the start of the show. And even I refreshed a couple of times and it didn't show.
Dude, if I'm any good at video editing, I would clip that and put with music behind it, oh look who's joining us.
Well, hi, Sam.
Hey.
You're sideways. What's up, buddy?
I saw that the Tigers have a chance here, so I figured I'd stop
Yeah.
by.
Just I was about to say. That was kind of our thought, too.
2-1. Oh, they're moving. They're moving.
Something's happening.
Oh
Something's
my
happening.
God, something's happening. Go,
Oh,
go, go.
they're retreating in, though. Yeah, they're falling in.
Oh,
Oh, all for nothing.
Darn. I was bad
man. I got very excited there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
Guardians win the division.
Sam, you jinxed it. No. Well, they haven't won the
Goddamn.
division yet.
Darn.
Yeah, they do because they have the tiebreaker.
No matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
How are the
Guardians.
Chiefs doing, Sam?
The Chiefs are up 13-7. They are on the Ravens side of the field. They've got a 3rd down and 6 here.
Mhm.
So anyway, but
Offense is looking against the mess that is the Ravens D.
yes, finally the Chiefs look decent on offense. So, anyway, I just wanted to stop by. I'll see
So
you guys.
before you the Royals are going to have their winning season, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, good job. Thumbs up.
Right.
I think a stat that I was just told by my sister a minute ago is that every Royals opening day starter. Did you tell me that? Oh, okay. Well, my brother-in-law told me that every Royals starting opening day starter was on the IL at some point this season.
Wow. That's
That's
the
wild,
Royals
actually.
had a lot of injuries. They had a lot of, lack of consistency, and I think they were not this previous off season. They weren't in full on win now mode. Because this is a win now team. This is not this is not an up and coming team. This is not a rebuilding team. This is a win team. So they need to organize the this upcoming off season in such a way that they are making moves to win now. So, but that's
Go out and sign a high-profile outfielder.
Mm-hmm. Or trade for one. The Royals have a lot of pitching
trade.
depth. They could trade for someone, perhaps Mike Trout. Oh, there we go. Perhaps save Mike Trout from obscurity this offseason.
If they can spend even just a modest amount of money and just find 2 800 OPS guys on 1-year contracts. That is very doable.
Yeah. And the Royals had a middle-of-the-road payroll this year.
Yeah.
So,
and they did all they could to give. Well, who did they try signing?
Santander.
Santander.
I believe,
but
right?
Santander had a bad year.
Yeah, so you actually were better off, I think.
Yeah. And they tried to sign Profar, too. But Profar
Also a dodgy bullet.
obviously. So, yeah. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I think, like I said,
happened.
they took such a huge leap in 2024 that a little step back is not,
Oh, Josh. God damn you, Bo Naylor. God dang it. Double off the wall. What is it with this man?
Not
All
even
right.
against the Central this time.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
Alrighty.
Sam.
Yeah, see ya.
God dang it, this man. Even against other teams. If it wasn't for the high left field wall, that probably was a home run. God dang it, this man.
Why did AJ just put in?
I'm enthused by Bo. The thing I saw was he did change something mechanically in his approach that maybe this is legit and not just a guy that's having a bit of a hot streak. He kind of refined his how he steps into a pitch. He went to a bit of a toe tap instead of what he was doing before. So hopefully that's real, because it hasn't been great results over about 3 years now, and I think they'd probably start looking at other options next year.
Right.
But he's giving them second thoughts now, I think.
Would they
hope.
choose Hedges over Naylor?
I think, more recently they've been platooning those guys, and I
Mhm.
think that'll probably continue.
Hmm.
So I would anticipate Hedges starting game one if we're facing Detroit because Skubal, and also just part of they like how Hedges manages pitchers, and I think they would put a high emphasis on that in the game one.
I don't want to play this series. Can we just
No.
not? I don't
I
want
think
to.
that's where we're definitely headed now, isn't it? Because Detroit
Yeah,
lost.
yeah,
Yeah.
Detroit lost, so
Like it's gonna happen. And it's
yeah.
gonna happen in Cleveland for that matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
God damn it.
Dan just realized that that's been settled.
Uh,
But really,
I want October baseball in Detroit.
Well, they just got
Again,
to beat the Guardians.
3 weeks ago, me and my dad were tentatively looking to make plans of going to the first game of the ALCS if we had home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And yeah,
you know how I know the Guardians are going to win the World Series this year?
how?
Every year, hold on. Every year, I purposely take PTO, like the day of Game 7, the day after, like in that vicinity, in case there might be a parade, or in case I want to stay home and like amp up myself all day for Game 7 or whatever. And I changed jobs this year, and I didn't do that because I wanted to accumulate some PTO. Didn't even really have any.
Right.
This will be the year they'll win because of that. I didn't do my normal routine.
Yeah, I'm not taking any days off for any of the playoffs, so I'm going to have to work through, all the playoffs and World Series and everything like that, which would suck if the Tigers do win the World Series, but that's not going to happen, so I'm not particularly concerned.
Something happened.
Ugh.
I'll say I'm watching the game.
That's forever going to be my reaction when I see that people move. It happened.
Something happened! What happened?
Oh, you're going to like
Is
it.
that a double, but Naylor only got to third? What is going on?
Yeah, it is.
Zach Fly?
Because it looked like it was going to be a home run, and it was very hard hit. Like, it was sharp. I don't know if they're going to show the exit velo on here or not. Yeah, so 97 off the bat. Didn't get all that high.
Okay.
So I think he did have to see if the right fielder was going to catch it or not.
It's interesting. Just that, like we were just saying about Jake Rogers a minute ago, Hinch did not deviate. Vote.
No, the thing is, normally he would. I don't know why he did.
Yeah.
There must be some kind of matchup thing. Or he just doesn't give a shit.
Vote had Manzardo pinch hit. He's now putting Halpin into pinch run. Like, despite the fact that this game at this point does not effectively matter, Vote is still managing it as though it does. Whereas for Hinch, it did matter, and hands off the wheel.
I think he was serious about giving guys rest. I think that's because
so
there was some tweet because people were looking at this lineup. Like I said, Andy Ibanez is playing first. No Riley Green, no, people were looking at this lineup and were like, what? But there was a quote from AJ that's like, I know we can win with this lineup, but I want to give these guys rest, basically.
Whereas the Guardians lineup today looked like a normal lineup for them. Like, just how different managers handle a situation differently.
Right.
Interesting.
I hope the Guardians win here, so it doesn't matter. So there's no way we could have won the division anyway. There we go. Let's hope for that. That's the way I'm going to look at it.
I mean, they should have won the division.
I mean, like today.
Oh, got it. I was about to say, I don't know how far we're going back here, but they really should have won this division.
I hope the Guardians' hangover lasts until Tuesday.
I never did it, but because I wanted to keep it, my karma. But that I don't even know what it's called, but that meme where it's like the two astronauts and the one's got the gun and whatever. I wanted to be like, oh, so it is the Guardians division after all? Always has been.
Fuck off. Get out of here.
I remember, what was it? It was it Bregman 2 years ago with the Astros?
Oh, that was so awesome. Yeah.
It was like, what happens when the Astros don't win the NL West?
Oh, that's right.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that type of reaction.
And then Seager did it back to them when they won the World
Yeah.
Series. Yeah,
Funny.
Okay, this is the Tigers have now scored 4 total runs in innings 5 through 9
Which-
over their last 10 games.
that whole bit is stolen from Kanye West anyway. So whatever.
4 total runs in innings 5 through 9 over the last 10 games. Jesus Christ, Tigers. This is what I'm getting at in terms of I'm very afraid that this team was overachieving because this is basically the same team they were last year. In terms of
That's a
offense.
really long time to overachieve.
I was about to say it was over 100 games. I get it.
I'm just very afraid in terms of where this places the rebuild. You know, like
It's not a rebuild though. It's a competitive window. You're not in
like
rebuild.
if they were
You're in the playoffs
overachieving
for a
and
second
just-
year in a row.
Yeah, this is not
That is
rebuild.
right. Yeah.
That's not rebuilding.
And
It's-
up
it's
until
not, but-
literally the start of the month, they were the best team in the division, and it
And then
wasn't close.
And then they didn't win the division. I mean, you're not helping. You're not helping your case here. They fell
They're
apart.
They're a competitive baseball team. Are they the meme that we talk like? Are they the best team in baseball? No, Lee. I'm going to be straight with you. They're not.
They're
But
not.
they are a competitive baseball team.
I don't feel good about this team. Maybe I'll feel differently about it like a month from now, and like in terms of like
After the
who
parade.
and,
How
like,
many
no,
games? I'm really not trolling with this. How many games did they win last year?
86.
How did we tie it? What happened? What just
Yeah.
happened that I didn't realize?
Right.
That is the thing. That is
Oh, it was a sack fly.
Uncle
okay.
Rob, like this is really great, but if you could just get it to run like stably
100% of the time.
with stability.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was a
Tigers-
sack fly. Nail it
Tigers
out.
won one more game than they did last year.
Hey, that's
They won 86 last year. They won 87 this year. I predicted 89 for the record. So
that's progress.
barely,
Did you predict
but it's progress.
Did you predict them to win the division? I imagine you did.
I did.
Yeah.
I also put the Guardians at 4th, mostly for the bit, but mostly for the bit because I originally said, because you weren't here for this one, I originally said I couldn't choose between Royals or Tigers for the division, and then I thought Guardians and Twins were going to be 3 or 4, but I couldn't decide which, and I had to pick one, so I couldn't decide, so I just went with the funny option.
I hate the Guardians, so they're fourth.
Exactly, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I did think they were going to be 3rd. I didn't think they were going to be 1st or 2nd.
I forget
I
what
didn't
order I
think the
put
Guardians
them.
were a good team.
Oh.
I think I picked
To
them.
be fair, I picked Detroit fourth. I do remember that because I said I wanted to see them do it longer than 2 months. That was my rationale.
Or they did it for
Remember
longer
that
than
now.
2 months. They did it for 3 extra months, and then they fell apart and went back to normal. So, yeah. But hey,
I don't know.
the Tigers' attendance went up by almost by 500,000. I'm just looking at the Baseball Reference page.
I mean,
like
you
attendance.
actually get people to come see your successful baseball team at the stadium. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, successful baseball team? What's that like? I don't understand.
Good point.
You mean you can be good at this sport?
Honestly, no. It's a really hard sport. I don't know if anybody's ever told you.
Yeah, that's been talked about. I mean, the Twins were good, 2 years ago, and then I don't know if I've ever seen an ownership just completely handicap its own success so fast.
Oh, there was a thing that came out today. I think it was today. I saw it today. And I think it was just kind of the same company line over again. But I think it was the poll ads. Somebody for the poll ads saying that, like, don't expect this to mean that we're not investing in the team or something like that. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'm not
I
even necessarily confident in what I'm saying right now.
I mean,
I
they
think I
say
know
a
what
lot
you're
of,
talking
like, what they say is just political, like, corporate bullshit.
Yeah.
And then, like, you can only hear 40 years of that before the fan base just anything he says rolls on. And also, like, Joe is kind of tone deaf. I don't think he exactly has the pulse of the fan right now.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before, and you've given good examples.
I'm trying to look on Twitter to find out news because there were a couple of Lions players injured. I'm trying to find news on that, but I keep seeing, oh, the Guardians had the biggest comeback in September in MLB. I'm like, fuck off! I don't
I
want
mean,
to
it is a
see
big deal.
that.
I mean,
It
they
is a
did.
big deal. However, I don't like it. Consider.
All right. Do we have
Look at
Steam in here? All right. Are they showing this? I think I got to refresh. Is Daniel Steeman going
I
to play
found-
Hero for the second time this week?
I found it. Why the Pohlad family decided to keep the Minnesota Twins. It all came down to the $500 million. Now it's $500 million in debt. Quote,
Maybe
Well,
they
yeah,
don't
because
have
they
question
added
our
on this year with projection.
quote, don't question our commitment to investing in the Twins. We'll see.
Oh,
There is a quote in 2023 of him saying, "We shouldn't stop at $170 million payroll. I see a world where we can go to 200."
Then
And
they
2
went-
years later, we're sitting at 90. So,
Newman strikes
great,
out.
Joe. I would love it. I'd love for you to invest in this team. Let's do it. But also, maybe don't run the team to $500 million in debt, assuming that's baseball-related debt, which I've certainly been skeptical on.
kind of related to what we were talking about with attendance. I mean, the Tigers are a lot more popular in Detroit now than they were in terms of like not like more popular, but like getting more attention from I mean, okay, so I think I referenced these in the Discord before, but Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown are in these Cure Auto Insurance commercials. They are the worst abominations I have ever had to witness, put my eyes on. They are disgustingly cringe. It's this Cure Auto Insurance guy sitting across the Lake Goff. Be like, so, Jared, coming to be the quarterback of the Detroit Lions, what was the first thing you learned about Michigan car insurance?
That's amazing.
That's right.
Yeah, because he was unexpectedly traded to football Siberia, and the first thing he goes is,
Nothing happened.
I wonder how I'm going to get my car insurance.
Okay, ain't nothing.
No, they're coming off the field.
Yep.
They are so awful. But
Eric, did that have a
Google is
chance at
now
all?
in these.
What's that?
Did that have a chance at all?
No.
Did it look like it might be a hit? Is what I'm asking.
No, it was too high. It was more pop
Lazy.
up than line drive.
Lazy fly ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was well hit. I mean, you hit that in the corner, it's a home run, but
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, they are the worst commercials I've ever had to lay eyes on, and they play all the time. But Scooble is now in those commercials. They are also disgusting and horrible. And the guy calls him Scoob, and it's so.
Ooh.
But he and Torque are on a bunch of Cure Auto Insurance billboards in Detroit. There's one that's really funny that I like. It says it's a picture of Scooble, and it says Scooble says, "Don't drive as fast as I throw."
I like it.
Yeah, but my point is, these are new billboards. Like they weren't here a year ago. Like there's all Lions stuff, but now it's Lions and Tigers.
The Tigers are marketable now. Is what you're saying.
Exactly. There was, I think I told you guys
Is
about
there-
this, but sorry.
Is there any Cade Cunningham?
There are a few things. But I
There's
think
gotta
he's
be,
also,
right?
I think he's also been in Cure Auto Insurance but
Nice.
I don't think they're playing right now because it's it's not.
Yeah, it's not their season. You know.
So, yeah, there have been some stuff, but that's like it's going to be showing up now this season because last season is the season they came up. We have to remember the season before last season
They
they
were
won
terrible.
like 14 total
Yeah.
games. They went winless the entire month of November. So, it's fun. They're marketable now. I don't remember if I told you guys this, but so end of last year. Okay, there are some background. There's this one law firm, the Sam Bernstein Law. I grew up with these commercials. They're kind of iconic. 1-800-CALL-SAM, and they've partnered with the Lions for like forever, right? The Tigers have a deal with Figer Law, and they go, with like, all we do is win, and it's like, it's like a bit.
Oh, I've heard
At
those
the-
damn things.
Yeah, at
Watching
the end-
Tigers games and hearing
Yeah.
that stupid jingle.
Yeah. At the end of last season, Sam Bernstein, they made an ad for with the Tigers. It's like, if you're jumping on the Tigers bandwagon, you might have some. You could get injured jumping on the Tigers bandwagon.
I like it.
It was. They were very funny, but the reaction from the Tigers fan base, which is also the Lions fan base, we were like, we are a Figer Law baseball team. It's Sam Bernstein has the Lions, Figer Law has the Tigers. But yeah, it is fun seeing the Tigers
Best-
being marketable again.
the best like local commercial for Cleveland for like that type of thing. I believe he's a personal injury lawyer, as much as these individual lawyers are. Have you ever played the Hitman video games?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? Eric knows.
Yep.
This is probably before Lee's
I
time.
think there's
This
one that I might have
this
played.
dude
but-
this dude looks like the Hitman. Like
Nice.
bald head, nice suit, and his tagline, he's been doing this for like 20 years. His name's Tim Misney. I'll be there for you and I'll make them pay. And it's like, oh,
Wow.
I believe you.
Does he get the garrote too with the lie?
Like it's awesome. And he's like a cult favorite here or whatever you want to call it. Just like he's got billboards now that are just his face. Doesn't even say anything on it. But everybody knows that's Tim Disney. Like
Yeah, Sam Bernstein is kind of up there. It's the Sam Bernstein law. 1-800-CALL SAM. There's a bunch of billboards that just say that, like in the fashion of the license plates, they just say 1-800-CALL. They don't even have the 1-800. They just say call Sam. My sister's name is Sam. My little cousin has seen those and be like, we should call Sam, meaning my sister. Yeah.
So maybe I haven't been paying attention close enough to the Guardians bullpen. Who is Kent?
Zach Kent is like the last guy in the bullpen.
Okay.
Well,
Well, he just had like a
usually
7-pitch inning.
mop up duty kind of guy.
So, I should.
As much as they're using all their hitters, it seems like Vogt is not willing to kind of throw Hunter Gaddis or anything today.
I was about to say,
Which is
he has
probably
some,
the right-
when's the first game of the playoffs?
Thursday.
September 30th.
Okay, so a couple days anyway. So you could throw him.
The one difference that last year the Guardians bullpen was obviously phenomenal, and this year it's been not quite as good, but still quite good. They've been the best bullpen down the stretch in the league by fifth. But the big difference is they've been used a heck of a lot less this year. They have the second fewest bullpen innings of any team. So the way they kind of like sputtered out last year, I give Vogt credit on this. Like he learned from last year and let the starters pitch deeper into games this year. They also like had some better starters to do that with. Like that helped. But I feel a lot better about that aspect of like there's like more of a formula here that's sustainable if they need to go to the bullpen more down this in October, which I'm certain they will. So I'm looking forward to that. That's a positive compared to last year.
It's like I have to.
Sorry, Lee. You
just a second, but
I think Lee had a thought to cut her off.
No, you're good. I was going to talk about something unrelated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, I think there's something that's. I don't want to sound like I'm like making excuses for why the Tigers fell apart.
Very good.
But there are something that's underrated. Oh, I forgot. I was going to bring this up, but I totally forgot. I bookmarked this, I think. So, let me just look this up. Tigers medical report. Because I think this is something worth mentioning. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna share my screen here. Just because I do think this is worth
time to
mentioning.
do it.
Yeah. Okay, so injuries, just in terms of pitchers. Reese Olson, Bo Brisky, Sean Gunther, Jason Foley, Ty Madden, Jackson Jobe. All those guys played significant amount, they had significant roles last season, either in the regular season or in the postseason. We are missing all of those guys. That's something that's kind of because everyone's talked about how the Tigers are falling apart, blah blah blah, biggest comeback. They are missing a lot of these big postseason players that just but it's gone underrated because nobody knows who Bo Brisky is. Nobody knows who Jason Foley is. So that's kind of I don't want to say it's just kind of annoying me. Just because,
and I've talked about that with the Guardians, and I probably shouldn't because every team has those injuries, and maybe it's not just specific to them. But like Vierling is a good. Like I've talked about Lane and how Lane Thomas's season basically never got off the ground. Vierling never got off the ground this year.
Vierling has played 7 games, 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, he was a good contributor for you guys last year. He's a good ball player.
Huge contributor. He's a big clubhouse contributor too. Like last season, he was the only guy on the playoff roster with playoff experience, and there was like 9 games.
Why was he a playoff player? Was he with the
Phillies.
Mets or something?
He was with the Phillies. He was on the Phillies for their World Series run.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got him in exchange for Cody Clemens and Gregory Soto. Best trade ever.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been meaning to ask Eric if he anticipated Cody Clemens making it the entire year with the Twins.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, I think maybe when we do season reviews or something, but yeah, the Tigers lost a lot of important playoff contributors we had last year.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was not really an excuse.
I was going to say, don't tell me this is about to go to 10 innings.
Let's go. Make it go to 10 innings. Make it go to 12.
Make it go to 18 innings.
Hell yeah. I do think it's fun though how we're getting these division rivalries more intense with especially Tigers Guardians has been just the past year. It's been a lot more intense. It's more interesting other than when the Tigers just sucked.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I don't think the White Sox are quite ready yet. The Twins are obviously going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
The Royals, I anticipate that they're going to try to get better, but the point
I think they'll be same or a little bit above. They're not going to go downhill.
This might be the rivalry in the division for a while. Is the point I'm trying to make? Maybe until the White Sox kind of figure their stuff out, which they're headed the right way, but it's going to be a while yet. I think
that'd be nice because Tigers have a lot of good. I mean, we joked about Scott Harris not wanting to trade away all the prospects. We have a lot of good prospects.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Scott Harris is going to really need to prove himself to me this offseason.
And I recognize I ripped on them all show, but I think they'll let Glaber walk, and then Keith will go to second next year, and you have your pick of guys who could play short, I imagine, out of the farm. So
yeah, it'll be interesting because it just determines.
That's my view from arm's length.
Yeah, it will be really interesting what we do with that side of the infield in terms of who plays short, who plays third, and who plays second. Because it depends, A, if we re-sign Gleyber Torres, and B, are we calling up Kevin McGonigal, and is he playing short, or is he playing second?
Yeah.
There's no reason to indicate he would play second. It's just, he's a bat-first player, so we don't, And, I know we talked a little bit about Cole Keith, but I do want to emphasize he's not a utility player. He just ended up there because we kept moving him around. He is a good player.
The best lineup included all of Torkelson, Glaber, and Keith. Therefore, Keith had to play third.
Exactly.
Or DH, but you didn't necessarily want him to do that every day.
Yeah, and Cole Keith is a good player. I just wanted to that's a good signing.
I said it on the show a couple weeks ago. At third, my perception wasn't that he was a bad third baseman, but he definitely, if he was going to play there, he needed reps. He needed to see more. He just needed more experience, see more balls off the bat.
We've moved him around way too much. We just need to give him one position next year and keep him there.
I'm willing to say if I think somebody is a bad defender. Manzardo is a bad defender, in my opinion. Polkey, there's not enough there to know for sure. He needs to play more.
He's a natural third baseman. He just injured his arm, and so his throwing arm wasn't as strong. Yeah,
I thought he was a second baseman.
No, in the minor leagues he was a third baseman, but he injured his throwing arm, and so they moved him to second. So that but he's built that strength back up again. So he is a natural third baseman. He just hasn't played there in a while, and like I said, he's had to move around a lot. So
yeah,
it's been rough for him. Especially the first 2 weeks. Those first 3 weeks, we lost 2 games because Colt Keith couldn't play first base. That's really rough. But we kept moving him around, and so
some guys can do that, some can't.
Yeah. And so me and my friend, we had a long conversation on terms of where this team is headed, just because he was a lot angrier than I was in terms of we need drastic changes, fire everyone, et cetera, et cetera. It's I get, but you can't completely tear it down just for the sake of tearing it down.
And people want to do that. Bad things happen, and it's like, okay, well, somebody needs to be punished for this. Like, no,
Yeah.
sometimes like it just didn't bounce your way for a while. Like
AJ Hinch is
people don't
still
like
a
that.
very good manager.
They
just
want the they want the catharsis of
exactly.
just somebody has to pay for this.
Yeah, I know Eric said we shouldn't do too much football talk,
Should I?
but sorry, good.
Should I be scared of what the injury delay is here?
Oh, I don't know what that actually is. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone here. MLB. Let me see if I can pull up the stream. I didn't see that.
I'm a little scared.
I'm pulling up the stream.
That might be Ramirez.
Oh God. Okay, no, it looks like it's good. It was Ramirez. It looked like he had something in his eye or something. But
okay.
because he stole second, and then it looked like he got dirt in his eye. Okay, that's what I'm guessing it was. It just says injury delay because he got a little bit of dirt in his eye.
Ah, okay. Something happened.
Yeah, but it looks like he's
keep
good.
doing that. It's gonna get annoying. The guys start moving on the field. Something happened.
Yeah, but I know we don't.
The game on.
I know we don't want to do too much football talk, but the problem is, okay, a lot of, as I said, Tigers and Lions, a lot of overlap in the fandoms. People love Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell could run for political office anywhere in state of Michigan and win tomorrow. Okay, Dan Campbell is a very different coach/manager from AJ Hinch. People want AJ Hinch to be Dan Campbell. He's not Dan Campbell. He can be still good.
It's a different sport too.
It just works differently. Like
it goes to that whole thing we were talking about like the adrenaline and like getting too amped up. Like you don't necessarily want that in a
football. You need to be amped up, adrenaline, and
I even argue you don't necessarily need that in football. Like there's a lot of is Sean McVay that way? Like Sean McVay is thought of as one of the best coaches in the NFL. At least he was when I was still paying attention.
But he still is. He's still
he doesn't come off to me as that kind of guy either.
But a lot of the players will still be amped up and
agreed.
Stuff like that. Yeah, but people want AJ Hinch to be like Dan Campbell and be loud and shouty and emotional and everything like that.
Yeah.
And AJ Hinch is still a very good manager. He doesn't need to be MCDC for that.
No, I get that for sure.
It's the problem.
I like Dan Campbell, and I don't even really follow the NFL anymore. And it's not my city. Like he isn't in Cleveland.
Dan Campbell is awesome. That sentiment is a very common sentiment. There's a lot of people every time Dan Campbell says anything, like any press conference or locker room speech. There's a ton of comments like he's not even the coach of my team, and I would run through a wall for this man.
Yeah, he oddly enough, I think he played on the expansion Browns.
Really?
The first year, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I know he played for the Lions. He played for the Lions in 08 and 06 to 08.
I could be wrong on that, but
I'm gonna look this up actually because I am.
I am too. I think he was a tight end, right?
He was a tight end.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on the expansion Browns. No, he wasn't. Who am I?
No, he wasn't.
I need to at least know who I was thinking of.
He played for the Giants, the Cowboys, then the Lions, and then the Saints.
I was thinking of Mark Campbell. Okay, never mind. Different guy. Completely different guy.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But yeah, he's just a very, very different type of manager / coach from Hinch. Like his opening day press conference, he says we're gonna bite kneecaps. I mean, come on. I love Dan Campbell. I don't want AJ Hinch to be Dan Campbell.
No. Doesn't need to be. Shouldn't be, probably.
No, he doesn't need to be. He's a very good manager.
There should be no kneecap biting in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. There should be no kneecap biting in, National Football League. But
probably not.
No, but that's our thing now. But yeah, it's just people love Dan Campbell so much because he just completely changed the Lions franchise. And so people
culture change, right?
Yeah, completely. So people just want the same thing to happen to the Tigers, which I'm so I get it. But
What was his name? The defensive coach that the last time, I don't think it was the Lions were good a couple times ago. I'm not making any sense.
are you talking about Jim
Oh.
Schwartz?
Yes,
Yeah, he's the
he was kind of
defensive
similar, wasn't
coordinator.
he? Yeah.
Because I know he's the defensive coordinator for the Browns right now, which is but
Yep.
he was decent. He was and then we have a lot of mid to okay coaches who just, and then we had Caldwell after him, and he was fine, but they fired him because they thought they were a playoff team. Then they fired him because they thought he couldn't elevate a roster. Turns out he was elevating a roster. And then Matt Patricia came. And then Matt Patricia was fucking awful. So, but without Matt Patricia, we don't get Dan Campbell. So
Everything happens for a reason.
exactly.
Something's happening, and I don't think it's good.
Oh no, it doesn't look like it's good. It looks like it's good for me, but not good for you.
Did that go over must have gone over the fence the way they're running. Yeah.
3-run homer. There we go.
Rowdy
Very
Tellez.
nice. Okay, now I'm pissed because now if the Tigers had won that game, we would have won the division. God damn it.
Yeah, quite frankly, the thing that behooves me the most is that this game just ends. Like, division's figured out. Nobody get hurt. It would be nice to win, but ending the game is more important than winning.
Yeah. Again, Hinch, why didn't you put in someone else for literally anyone else for Jake Rogers there? Yeah. Kind of annoying. It must just be like he wants them to rest for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like winning on Tuesday is more important than winning today. Oh, the Phillies walked off the Twins.
How are the Mets and the Reds doing?
Oh, I didn't look. Okay, no, the Reds are in the Reds are in. It's official.
They won?
Yeah, I don't know if they won. The Mets might have just lost. Let me find it.
Something happened that made that occur. Okay.
Yeah, I was just scrolling on Twitter and trying to. Let's see. No, okay, so Mets lost. Mets lost, and the Reds also lost, but but Reds are the tiebreaker. So field is set. Yeah, I don't have anything against the Reds except Ohio, but we don't play each other, so I don't really care.
I don't even consider Cincinnati might as well be a completely different state. That's basically Kentucky. So I feel very little kinship with Cincinnati and I don't even mean that as like in a crappy way where I don't hate them or anything.
Right.
That's
very funny to me. I don't know.
It's culturally much different than the northern half of the state, in my opinion.
Yeah, we have a weird thing with the Upper Peninsula. Nothing, but like no one lives in the Upper Peninsula, so it's not really a rivalry thing. They kind of consider themselves a little bit of their own thing, but everyone under the terminology is Upers live in the UP, and then Trolls are in the Lower Peninsula because they're under the bridge. Because they're under the Mackinac Bridge. But I mean, not a lot of people live in the Upper Peninsula. So there is, but in the Upper Peninsula, there lurks a disgusting sports combination of Tigers, Red Wings, and Packers fans.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're kind of closer to Green Bay, and B, the Packers are just better. So
I can't believe this didn't dawn on me sooner, but is it weird that Wisconsin doesn't have a hockey team?
I never really thought of that. It does seem weird that they don't have a hockey team.
You think they would?
Yeah, they're Midwestern, they're Northern, they're cold. They should have a hockey team.
You would think.
I don't know how hockey expansion. If the hockey already has 1 billion teams.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
I know, it's weird that, so many Southern teams are in the NHL, but, the players like that because they get to spend the winter months of the year in Miami or San Jose or whatever, playing for their team. So.
Right. All right. Here's a quote I just found from Hinch about, why he didn't pinch hit for Jake or anything. So
Okay.
you said going back and forth on that really from last night to today, there's so many downstream effects that come with that with guys that have been going at it. We've got guys going through things. We've got guys that really did deserve the day off. What you saw is what we had. Obviously, I was getting Montero up, which was not on the original plan to pitch if we tied the game or taking the lead. But the position player group plus Jemai were the only ones that were going to play. And he also says that this is not a quote, but he also implied that extra innings was worst case scenario. Like he would rather lose the game than go into extras. So he clearly had a plan. He was
There you
sticking
go.
to it. He wasn't going to pinch hit anybody.
Yeah, that tells me he literally told those guys like, "You're getting the day off." Like once you
Yeah.
tell those guys that, like, rain shuts off. We're not worried about No, he didn't want to go back into actually. I need you to hit now. Like that would be bad. So,
Right. Like I joked
Okay.
about them being hungover, but like Ding has been playing full time catcher for most of the season. Give him a couple days
He's-
off because he's
He's
gonna
played
be,
a lot, which is
He has
interesting
played
to
a lot.
me.
He's played. Let me pull up his.
'Cause I don't perceive Rogers as a particularly bad backup.
No, he's not. He's just
In
awful
fact, he
at
was the
hitting.
starter coming into the year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's not really good at hitting. He was a lot better in 2023. 2024, he went down. 2025, he went even more down. He is a very good defensive catcher. He was a Gold
Yeah.
Glove finalist last year. So Dylan, he's played 127 games this season. That's a lot of also
bit.
pinch hitting situations and stuff, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
Catching 127 games, even if it's not 127 full games. Yeah. So yeah, give him a couple days off. I take back what I said. I mean, I still kind of wish we had won that game because we have the division, but end of the day, don't want to go into extras. So
I was
he's right on
curious,
that.
so I looked it up real quick. That's the fifth most. He had the fifth most games as a catcher
Wow.
this year. Real Muto was 1, William Contreras was 2, Cal Raleigh was 3, Patrick Bigley was 4. Then Dingler is tied with Austin Wells as the fifth most at 115 games behind the plate.
Nice. I'm a big fan of Dingler, honestly. I mean, I really like catchers in general because I think that's I just like that position the most because I think it's very fun. It's like one of the most important positions in terms of like, play calling and kind of like manning the infield and stuff. But Ding's been he's been fun, even if he is from Ohio, went to Ohio State. I can forgive that. But
I know I've poked fun at him for his walk rate all season, but it looks like it's sustainable. I mean, he's done it for a year now. Like,
yeah.
he looks like he's going to be a real one. Like, that's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm really happy for that. And I'm getting a Dylan Dingler jersey in 2 weeks. So, because it's going to be a birthday present for my parents. So, yeah, my dad, when we went to the game a couple weeks ago, he's like, all right, we need to go to the gift store so I can find your size. I was supposed to get you a Dingler jersey. Apparently they don't have Dylan Dingler jerseys in store at Comerica, which is weird. But I guess
I think they would.
Yeah, but I guess they like planned it they only have the starters. So they have Jake over. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, hey, he was a 3.1 WAR player this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty damn good. I think it's like top 5 for catchers, I think.
Let's see.
Yeah. I don't know how to look that up specifically.
Oh, where's Dingler? Third. I've got him at Fangraphs has him at 4.1 WAR.
Okay,
Which
nice.
Fangraphs actually accounts for like pitch framing and stuff in there. I
Oh.
know this because of the Rally judge debate. Like,
Oh yeah.
the people advocating for Rally want to use Fangraphs for because it accounts for anyway. He was third behind Cal Raleigh and Alejandro Kirk.
Ooh, nice.
4.1 WAR.
He's good. He just barely missed because he played too many. He was called up too early last year in order to not be a rookie this year. Because otherwise, I think he'd be in there. He'd be in that conversation for rookie of the year. I don't think he'd get it because people undervalue catchers too much. But like he would be in that conversation. So yeah, I'm really excited about him. Yeah, I mean, his walk rate was abysmal, but he's improved it over the course of the season. So
That's fair. He has, come to think of it.
yeah, Because he didn't get his first walk until like 2 months into the season. Yeah, it's bad. He swings at everything, but he has a 327 on base, so not too shabby. Oh, I missed the
Roster's come
Guardians
a long
supporter
way.
run.
Yeah, double.
Yeah, I love Jake, but he's gonna be an odd man out at some point soon, which sucks.
Yeah,
'cause he and
you got
Skubal
more
have
on the farm at catcher, right?
Yeah, because we have this one guy. Let me.
Got a couple, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we have 2 in Erie, which I don't know if either of them are going to stay at catcher because we have Lorenzo and Briseño, right?
Yeah.
And then, but there's this guy, Eduardo Valencia. He got on fire to end the season. He's in Toledo. He ended the season very strongly. There was a lot of conversation of he could come up, but probably that's not going to be something they do in the last month of the season. But yeah, he ended the season very hot. So yeah, we have a lot of catchers in the system right now. Yeah, I don't know if Briseño or Lorenzo are gonna. The catchers are really gonna win this game. They could.
And not a one of them catchers got traded for some third baseman or some relief pitching.
Hey, we could have given Briseño for David Bednar. Would that really have been that good of a trade?
I mean, that's a valid point. Really, the only trades for relief pitchers at the deadline that worked out were Finnegan, who hasn't been as good as since he got hurt, but has been fine. Yeah. And then Duran, which I don't think the Twins are going to potentially trade him in division. So,
right, that's the thing. It's like there's been a lot of I kind of talked about this, but the Tigers fandom has been a fucking wreck, right? Just in terms of like who is to blame. A lot of people are talking about the trade deadline. And like, fair, I am still annoyed about that trade deadline. But what individual player would fix this team, right?
And additionally, last year you sold and you ended up in the playoffs. The Guardians traded Shane Bieber, and they're going to end up in the playoffs. Like, it doesn't necessarily come down to that.
Like, well, yeah, like David Bednar has not been fantastic since he was traded. He's kind of started out late, more recently now, but like, you know, Eugenio Suarez, he's been not great for Seattle.
Yeah. Naylor's been a better addition for them than Suarez has. Really.
Like
Naylor's going to have. Did he end up having a 30-20 season with 30 steals?
I think he did. No, you're right. I saw something about that.
I don't know this, but something tells me that he took the criticism of his conditioning and whatnot personally and decided he was going to go steal bases this year to like combat that.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, he got a 30-20. He got 30 steals.
That's nuts.
That's awesome. Now that he's out of the division, I don't have anything against Josh Naylor anymore. It's like whatever, you go, big man. Yeah. He's fun. Yeah, like the one thing that people kind of get is, you know, the trades for Paddock and Morton, bad. Morton ended up DFA'd. Paddock was awful. What other starting pitchers were being traded?
Yeah.
Apparently Verlander was up for sale. Apparently.
That's such hindsight's 2020. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. Seriously?
Ryan Rocchio? Ryan Rocchio. 105 miles an hour off the bat.
Damn. They really did win that stupid game.
I kind of regret not watching that live. I might have to go back and watch it. That's amazing. Well, Lee, you don't have to worry about feeling upset that the Guardians had the same record.
Yeah.
Because they don't.
I still think it would be very funny if you had to play a game 163 just to determine who has home field.
That'd be so dumb.
That would be very funny.
Just flip a coin. Like
how would you even play that? Like you play it to win, but you don't want to use your best pitchers, right?
Yeah.
Like, that would be That'd be very. I don't know. I just thought of
They-
that last night, and I thought it was very.
And that's
funny.
why they don't have that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because they got rid of it when they expanded the playoffs, right? I forget that timeline.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like, I kind of get it, but yeah, what the hell? Look at that fucking wrong win probability.
100%. I think that's probably right. Big if true, as the kids say.
Yeah.
I don't know if the kids say that. I know it's on the internet, so I assume it's kids.
It's kind of, now people say it like ironically. It's kind of looped back around. I'm very online, so
I can't keep up anymore. We're all getting progressively older all the time, but
yeah. I'm going to be in my mid-20s 2 weeks from now.
I'm
so
smack dab in my 30s at this point. I know I'm out of touch. It is what it is.
yeah. I'm gonna be in my mid-20s, and that just feels weird.
All downhill from there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, at least I don't have to feel bad about the tiebreaker.
Mm-mm.
And this was always the most likely outcome.
I tried telling you.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I really wanted for both to win, although we don't. I just don't want to. I don't want to go through this again.
We get to do it. We get to do it all over again this weekly. It's gonna be great.
Oh, there was. I did find a meme of me. Yeah. Honey, it's time to play each other for the 7th time in 2 weeks. We might legitimately play each other 9 times in 3 weeks.
Yep.
That's. I hate it.
And again, ultimately the Guardians will end up winning the majority of these matchups, even if Detroit sweeps.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
True.
It's just
this is the only one that
these
matters.
ones count. These count differently now. We'll see what happens.
All right, this game's gonna be at 1. I'm trying to figure out because I got class at 2:30 and I gotta leave my apartment at like 1:45.
I think it's gonna be at noon. Like I think they're gonna go.
No, they
noon.
released a time. It's 1, and then the other option is like 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like because you're gonna be 4 of them. Maybe like noon, 3, 6, 9.
It's 1 and then 3, and then I think the 3 is the first NL series.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to double check,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it's 1 again.
There's no doubt in my mind will be the early game.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely obvious 1 p.m. games.
Yeah.
So yeah, nut.
I was gonna say I had it in the back of my mind, like, do we want to stream? But that's a no. Like,
Yeah, we can't do that.
Literally cannot do that. Would love to, but cannot do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I would just run it back on. I would just run it back on Wednesday again. But
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to
will
think.
not
I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to go spoiler free, just because. I'll have no time on Tuesday where I can like watch the whole game, because I'll only have like an hour and a half after I get home before I have to go to work. So yeah, I just got
Are you
to.
going to be in places? Are you going to be in? Well, no. If you're at school, you won't. Like
I mean,
said,
I
you're
can
gonna be
pull
in
up.
places
I can peek.
where a radio would be acceptable, but sounds like no.
I can keep looking at it on Savant and MLB Game
Yeah.
Day. That's my.
The lovely Vizcast.
Yeah, the Vizcast. I'll
Yeah.
have to use that to watch it. Wednesday, I could try and go spoiler free and then watch it after class because I'll have class at 3:30 there. So, or I'll be able to catch most of it, and so the last 30 minutes, I'll be out of luck for.
Thursday, if not everybody plays,
Then
has
the
to play
time might be
Thursday.
later.
Yeah.
But I'll have work on Thursday anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
So
And there's not going to be a Thursday. There's not going to be a Thursday.
No, we're gonna get fucking swept. Yeah. I don't have.
That
any
is not what I predicted.
I'm not looking for it. I just don't have any confidence in this Tigers team to beat the Guardians. I know I keep saying that, but they're gonna strike out 13 times in the first 5 innings. It's gonna be
It is
not
what it is.
mathematically. Yeah, it's yeah.
I am generally not that critical of what Riley Green said in those, but Riley Green, you guys just got swept by the Guardians in the first round. How do you feel about that? Oh, it is what it is.
what it is. Yeah, the conversation has been very much annoying, and they also it's not just a strikeout. There's also he's anti-clutch because he keeps striking out with runners on and 2 outs and stuff. First off, I have 2 arguments together. First off, he has 110 RBIs or something like that. He's like 3rd in the league in RBIs. Second of all, last season is a completely different story. Like has a very good stats with runners and scoring and high leverage and stuff like that last season. So yeah, it's just very because I know if he doesn't do something to counteract that narrative, I'm gonna have to see that for 6 months over the off season, and like we should trade Riley Green and get some good prospects, and I'm like, fuck off, just stop.
I will say this: the clutch number for him in Fangraphs this year is not pretty.
Yeah,
I'll say that. But it's a 1 year. All his other years are much better.
Exactly. Like, and he's also just that guy in that position a lot more because he's bats 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
So, and like I said during episode, this team strikes out a lot, and that's the problem. We shouldn't target the best player on the team, even if he's the one that strikes out the most. You gotta compliment him with other types of players. One of my friends pointed out, made a very good point. We are full of all of these guys are like the same archetype of player. We need to spice it up a little bit. You need more contact hitters. You know, like it's fine to have a guy who strikes out a ton. You know, if he'll hit 35 plus home runs and he strikes out a ton. That's fine. You can't also have a bunch of guys who have low contact and strike out a ton. It's just not going to work.
I think that goes to like even you could say that about the Guardians. They were at their best last year when they had mixed in some more power. Like, you need a little bit of variation, just in general.
Like hitting a bunch of singles is fine, but like that's not going to get you very far if you also keep grinding into double plays.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, if you keep hitting ground balls, that can work. You're going to ground into a lot of double plays and ground into a lot of outs. So you need a.
At a minimum of 180 plate appearances, Riley Green was the 13th least clutch player in baseball this year, according to Fangraphs.
Oof. Out of how many?
How many is this? That's a good question. 13th out of 369.
I was wondering if it's gonna be like 100 or something.
That's quite a few.
Yep, it's a lot.
Ronald Acuna is the least clutch player, interestingly.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like no one's saying that Ronald Acuna isn't a very good player. It's just people have picked the scapegoat. You know, they've picked that player.
The other component of that is Ronald Acuna wasn't playing in important games in September in the first place.
True. So. He also missed the first half of the season.
Yeah, which makes it even because I'm pretty sure this is a cumulative stat. So that's really interesting that he was that bad. Jazz Chisholm is number 2, which I think is funny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. Pete Alonso is going to be opting out and entering free agency again.
We'll see how that goes. I guess he didn't learn his lesson. Maybe it'll work out for him. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. I am interested to see what Tigers do this offseason. I know it's too early to talk offseason because, the season hasn't ended yet. But, dude, if we go and sign some 36-year-old pitcher and we get, that's all we get.
That's what's going to happen. No.
I
maybe.
know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be. Unless it's Verlander, because I'm fine. Verlander's the only old pitcher that I'm okay with signing. Just
He
because
wasn't
he
that
wants to.
good.
He was good to end the season. That's why people wanted or
That's it.
got so much. And yeah, that's why people got so pissed that we didn't trade for him, even though he sucked at the time. So
I don't even know who would be out
Yeah,
there
but-
yet.
no, that's like something we could do at some point. But there's just there's a lot of some good pitching pitching guys who are going to be good. I like Dylan Cease is one that's interesting. That could be good.
Yeah.
Ranger Suarez is like the dream pick.
I would not look forward to Dylan Cease being back in the division. I feel like he dominated the Guardians.
He was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of pitchers who are going to be in free agency, and then there's also a lot of like opt-outs and stuff. And
Think about how much stuff you could get if you traded Skubal.
God, don't even bring. Dude, people are already like, we should trade Skubal because this franchise is not serious and we're not going to be competitive, and he's not going to re-sign anyway. And yeah, no, it is a legitimate conversation too. Skubal's not going to want to re-sign here if we're not don't look like we're trying to win, because that's what he wants.
How far is he from free agency?
1 year.
He's got next year, and then that's it. Okay.
He's got next year.
This is when if he was a Guardian, this is about when the conversation would start.
Yeah, that conversation for Skubal has been going on since the end of last season. So, yeah. I do think Skubal's going to be the Cy Young winner. That's pretty much.
Yeah, I agree.
At this point, like, people keep trying to make arguments for Crochet, and I'm like, fuck off, you shut up. It's mostly Boston fans. This is bad. I got an argument.
It's Boston fans, and then it's just people that just want to be something different.
Yeah, because I think the argument.
A while.
Eric, you missed
hello.
it.
I was gonna say I saw the final score. They did the thing. How did it happen?
Ryan Rocchio first of all, they fell down 8-5. They gave up 3 in the 10th.
Of course they did.
First of all, went to the 10th.
Yep.
Ryan Rocchio with a 3-run home run. 9-8.
Just because.
To beat Texas in the 10th.
I'm actually just gonna I'm just gonna go back, because why the hell not? So Dan, how does this rank? The comeback is complete. I'm sure you've already talked about this, so it's just a repeat, but who cares?
Kinda, but no, I didn't say this. Everything tracks here. You guys were saying it a minute ago. Of course they came back. Well, I don't know. I'm not trying to make something out of this more than it is, but every point of deviation in this season, the answer has been, well, we're just going to keep trying. The way I think about it is, you ever have a day at work where there's just so much stuff, it's going to be a rough day. You've got so much crap piled on you that this is going to suck. When I get those days, I'm like, we're just going to take this one thing at a time. We're just going to do this one thing. Yep. I know I've got 100 things I have to do. I'm going to focus on this one thing.
We're going to get through this
one thing. Yep. This is going to get done, and then we'll move on to thing 2. And I know there's 98 behind it. That, to me, is what this second half has been for the Guardians. And this is just another notch of that, where this game at this point didn't matter. The division was won because Detroit had lost.
Yep.
And, it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead. We're just going to go try to win this game. Oh, we're down 8-5 in the 10th. In the 10th, we're playing a 10th inning in a game that doesn't matter in the first place. No, we're going to go out, and we're just going to play the game out. We're going to try our best. We're going to see what happens. And lo and behold, Valera hits a double. I'm sorry. Valera was on second, but we got a double. Oh, it's 1 run closer. And then Rocchio steps up and hits a 3-run home run. So it's just,
I hope that the Tigers win game. I hope Tigers win game 1, and then game 2 goes on, and it goes into extras, and Tigers eke out the win to sweep, and Stephen Vogt in the post-game press conference says, damn, if only we didn't go into the 10th inning and that game 162 on Sunday.
The thing being there, they didn't do anything. Nobody's especially taxed for having played that 10th inning, I don't think. But
no,
I don't know. The second half has been an exercise in perseverance and chemistry, and I'm sticking to that. You guys can think that that's non-quantifiable and therefore nonsense. I'm not saying that either of you have said that, but like, I don't know, man. This team has outperformed the projections for years and years and years and years, and you gotta attribute it to something, and that's what I'm going with.
Right.
At this
Pitching
point
and
in time.
defense is what I attribute it to, but
Yeah,
No, I'm going
that's
to go
also.
with Devil
I mean,
Magic.
that's component of it too. But they've gotten pretty good at quantifying pitching at this point. So I think there's more to it than that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This
so now
is
the real question is, Lee, can you get a hold of the 2025 Detroit Tigers Central Division Champion T-shirts that are now going to be sent to impoverished children?
Africa.
Yeah, they had to have be in a box somewhere in Boston, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, this is I pulled this up. This is we're kind of talking about this. Scooble is so much better than Crochet. Crochet is, if you go in the stat, he's got a higher clutch, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's a
That's what I
made-up
was just.
stat.
That's what I was just looking at for Riley Green, by the way. So
It's
that's
it's like it's a made-up statistic. Scooble is better in literally everything except number of strikeouts and games pitched.
I will say, if I'm evaluating who's a better starting pitcher, clutch isn't the first place I'm looking.
No.
Like,
No. If someone was like, "Oh, well, Crochet played one more game and he has 5 more wins," and I'm like, "Are we really using wins as a pitcher stat in 2025?"
Yep. Somebody
buddy.
has to.
Yeah, that's why it's not going to be unanimous for Scooble because someone's going to be like, "Well, he had 5 more wins." So
now I want to know who led the league in wins this year, just because.
I think it
Hold
might
on.
be Crochet.
I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you who had the most wins on the Twins. I assume Joe Ryan, but I don't know
Stat
that.
head. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You know what's funny is going off of does anyone remember Pedro Martinez in like 2000? Just outworldly, like best pitcher probably ever.
Yeah.
They're like a 3-year.
Max Fried had 19 wins. That was the. Sorry to cut you off, but just to
good.
answer that question.
So like
ahead.
in Pedro Martinez's absolute peak, there is a discussion of should he be an MVP, and like the discussion of should pitchers, because they have the Cy Young, should they be eligible for MVP votes. One of the Twins beat writers at the time, Lavelle E. Neal, thought no. Pitchers have their own award. So he didn't vote Martinez on his ballot at all.
Oh my gosh.
I think it cost him the MVP. And
Oh my
people in Boston this is like 25 years ago. People in Boston to this day are still mad at Lavelle E. Neal, the Twins beat writer, because of that.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I hope I'm not too biased to say it should absolutely be Scooble and it should not be close.
No, I mean school. I would if I'm starting a rotation from scratch, I'm picking Scooble first.
I'll say this. We were talking about Jose Ramirez versus Bobby Witt a couple weeks ago. If you throw Scooble in that, I think you can make an argument that it's Scooble, like
Ooh.
of the three. They're
Sure.
completely different set of skills, obviously, but like,
Well, it's so hard to find elite
Yeah.
pitching, especially
Yeah.
at Scooble's level. Like Scooble's not only just like an elite pitcher, he's like a top 2.
He's just so good at everything. I mean, you can't even run on him.
Right.
He's only allowed, where is it, stolen bases. He's only allowed 3 stolen bases all season. Like, that's insane.
Bill Ryan
Yeah.
did indeed lead the Twins in wins. He had 13.
Yeah, I guess the rest of the team just couldn't. Yeah, but they got Skull only got 13 wins because they kept leaving with no decisions, and then the or the Tigers throwing in the last, as soon as he left and shit. So, yeah, but yeah, he's just better in literally everything except for games and innings pitched. And to be fair, like Crochet has the edge in innings pitched per game, but only because Scooble left that one game because of an injury concern. So, yeah.
But all right. Well,
Anyway.
I think unless you
I
have
just
any
wanted to
closing
bring that
thoughts,
up.
Dan, congratulations on yet another Central Division title.
I think the banner. But no, I said my piece. I feel good about it.
Okay. Lee, my commiserations, but also it's the playoffs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who won the division if you win next week.
No,
Are going to get swept. It's not going to be pretty.
no.
It's going to be
Detroit
played
could
at
win 2
one.
games
Yeah,
next week and make this all feel better. So I kind of
It
like
would-
Sam's theory that whoever of the 2 teams goes further is the team that reached their goal. We'll see how
yeah.
that goes.
Division title doesn't matter. Whichever one wins the series.
It just dawned on me. The next time we get together and talk, we will know the answer to
Yep.
Yeah, we will know which team had the more successful season.
And a week after that, one of these team seasons, the other team season might be over too, and now we're all just in the off season. So,
Yeah.
but all right, well, thank you guys.